Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Now in this video I am going to talk about a topic that I just kind of been having in my head. I just been thinking a lot about this, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring it to you guys and we gonna have a conversation about it because I just been thinking about it. I just been, just in my head about it. So let me bring it to y'all. Now I was sitting here thinking, have y'all all ever wondered, right? Because I've always wondered this, right? Especially since this has just happened in the recent years and all of that. Have y'all wondered how is it that Safaree was like a builder for Nicki Minaj?
That was like a humongous part of my life. People are married and have 3 children in this amount of time.
Like he was able to build her up and be there for her. Like Safaree was a part of the original Nicki. Now we love Nicki and we love all the pieces of Nicki Minaj, but the entire come up, the pieces of where she was roaming, a lot of that came from Safaree.
With me and her, we rolled into it together.
So it was almost like I ended up being trained to be that
kind of person, because in the beginning it's like, Lil Wayne
want to highlight you. I can't give you what he can give you, so I'm gonna support. You know what I'm saying?
And I just was doing that for so long that it was like
programmed in my head to be like
you're almost brainwashed for the situation.
I didn't want to say that word, right, but that's really exactly what happened.
Yeah. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that Safaree came up with all of the ideas. No, I'm saying that him being her man and them being together, a lot of the inspiration came from her just being at a good place, a happy place, to where she was able to be creative. Like the best pieces of Nicki Minaj came from when she was with Safaree. He held it down for a very long time, and the way in which he held it down, I don't think nobody could have been and would have been like that, for her at that time.
Really, there was no one else that could have been in my life that could have did what he did. The way he held it down. He did so much for me.
And she really needed that type of man at that time, and he was that type of man that she needed. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but the two actually broke up around the holidays.
Somebody this holiday season is going to be sad about somebody. Yes. And they're going to need to know that I'm going through it too.
Now, Safaree said, how was I begging to go to Europe with you and you were in a full-blown relationship toward the end of ours? I knew it was a wrap. I still had the email when you hit me saying, let's spend Christmas together and work things out. So please stop.
This was I want to say around Christmas. And I know that when they broke up, she said that he tried to come back. And her friends was like, yo, we knew that you was going to come back when Meek came back into town because we already knew that you felt some type of way and you did exactly what we thought.
Erica and I had a bet that as soon as you knew Meek was about to come home, you'll crawl back, and you did. Came to my house crying. Joyce was there. My whole glam was there. Left who? You get it aired out on Queen Radio 2 on Thursday. Apologize and shut up.
I think there are some undertones with the whole Meek situation, but that's a whole nother video.
Game started beefing with Meek Mill as well, and he also dropped Pest Control, which used the beat from Young M.A.'s hit single, Ooh, and features a reference to Safaree and Meek's beef with the lines, now tell the world how you got your chick. You FaceTime Nicki while Safaree was effing a chick. But Safaree would actually back the game up in this situation by basically confirming that it was true. Back in 2010 on the track Miss Me from Meek's Mr. Philadelphia mixtape, he has the lines, I love Nicki Minaj, I swear y'all, I admit it. I hope one day I can F her just to say I effing hit it. And girl, I'm effing serious. I lick it before I stick it. If you ever hear this verse, I'm on your top just like a fitted. And he also has a tweet from back then too where he stated that he wanted to get her pregnant. So yeah, it's pretty clear that Meek was feeling Nicki Minaj for a while, and it comes across like he was plotting on this.
Did you introduce Meek to her? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? If that's what she decides to move on with, then it is what it is.
I think that he really loved her and he really, tried to be the best man he could be for her at that time, whatever she needed, When she said, Safaree, it's time for us to go, he dropped everything at any time, at any point for her. And I think that a lot of people, take that for granted.
So I went to Atlanta and I saw the apartment and I came back and I said, Safaree, we moving to Atlanta. And he was like, all right. And we drove. But you know what? I was so madly in love with him.
A lot of people don't give him credit for that. I don't know a lot of men that would drop their career, drop everything that they're doing to stand behind another powerful woman. The only person that I know that has done something similar would be Bobby Brown.
He supported me. He loved me. We fought hard. We loved hard.
And it really hurt him for a very long time to be Whitney Houston's rock, and that's what Safaree did. He abandoned his entire life, his career. Remember, they was in the Hood Stars together. They started off doing music together,
The members of the Hood Stars was me, myself, Nicki Minaj, Safaree and Lou Star.
They were on the underground together, and he just completely forgot about his career, forgot about his things. Even if it wasn't music, he could have been doing so many other things, but he forgot about all of that and held her down in a way that I don't think a lot of men would be able to do it with humility.
Ain't no female who's with someone gonna want their man to be put in the forefront when they weren't in the forefront the whole time. That is a big part of it.
And he did it, and he was looking like the clown, but he did it, and he was humble, and he did it with a smile, and he showed up to work, help her do her beats. You know, he was down for her and down for her for a very long time.
He did so much for me musically, like helping choose even my beat, like even things like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? People take for granted.
The Nicki that we all know and love, the Nicki that we all like say that she is a superstar, the mogul Nicki, the female that was, you know, I was on a plane with Dwayne. That Nicki Minaj. That Nicki Minaj existed with Safaree.
Yo, I don't think you understand how that is sounding. Yo.
She was the most creative when she was with Safaree. You know, a lot of her artistry, a lot of who Nicki Minaj is at the core existed when she was with that man, you know?
But I'm talking to them saying I'm a husband. I lie, you did a lie. I lie, you did a lie, rude boy. Oh.
And I think that he is responsible for a lot of the creativity, a lot of the freedom. You know, when somebody's in a good place in their relationship, the happiness that you see within them, you know, Safaree brought that to Nicki Minaj. I will never say that he wrote her raps. I'll never say that. But I think he is responsible for a lot of the great music and a lot of the great energy that we got from Nicki early on. Now, we all laugh at Safaree, say he's a clown, say that he's corny, say he played too much, you know, he can't be serious. But Nicki Minaj needed that. With the music business being as serious as it is, being as stressful as it is, being as, you know, chaotic as it is, she needed a man like him. She needed a man that would make her laugh, a man that would play the fool for her, you know, allow her to be serious, allow her to, you know, conquer this music business, allow her to do all of that, but still, you know, remain confident, you know, still remain a woman in her right. Let her know she's the bomb, she's the baddest that ever did it. You know, give her the encouragement, pour into her, and that's what that man did. You know, he was the silliness that she needed. He was the chaotic that she needed, but it was, you know, contained, and she had a good hold of him, and she needed a man like that, a man that was willing to put his pride aside to stand beside her. Remember, Nicki Minaj was out here, you know, flossing fake relationships with Drake at this time. Nicki Minaj kissed Drake on television. She was still with Safaree. She did a lot of stuff and was able to be free in her career. And you could see that displayed all in the success of her music, that she was free and happy. And because of the type of man that Safaree was, she was able to do that. A lot of people looked at him as a clown. A lot of people was like, well, he's this, he's that, da-da-da-da-da. But Nicki wasn't on drugs. Nicki wasn't out here messed up. Nicki wasn't at all. You know, a lot of people, I always compare this to Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was out here bad. He and Whitney Houston was out here bad because of her being such a huge star. A lot of the times she felt like she had to dumb herself down to stand next to that man. And
My baby in one hand, and I had the man of my life I loved so very much, and I was crazy for it with me. And he had just put everything aside of his own and just said, I'll go with you, don't worry about it. We'll do this thing. I think somewhere inside, something happens to a man when a woman has that much control, or has that much fame.
Was he jealous of you?
He's not gonna like this, but yes. I tried to play down all the time. Yeah, I did. I tried to play, I'm Mrs. Brown, everybody. Don't call me Miss Houston, I'm Mrs. Brown.
Can I just ask you real quick, Miss Houston?
Mrs. Brown, man.
Mrs. Houston Brown?
Yes, darling.
Nicki Minaj never had to do that with Safaree. He was okay taking the back seat, and she was still able to be happy in public and in private at the same time. And I don't want to take away from the trauma and the drama and all the BS that their relationship went through, but if you want to be honest, we never heard about the bad part of their relationship until it ended. Their whole relationship has been positivity. We didn't even know it existed. That's how quiet it was. That's how peaceful it was. We didn't even know it existed until it was done, until it was headed towards the end, until things went bad. And that brings me to a specific topic that I've been wondering, the head topic of all of this. How is it that this man was able to have the relationship with Nicki Minaj that he had, and then have the relationship with Erica Mena that he had? Because, you know, when it comes down to Erica Mena, I really had high hopes for her and Safaree. I really did. Because early on, it just felt like their relationship was something beautiful, you know? And you just kind of loved how he loved her. and I just really appreciated it. But as it went on, I'm like, oh, look, it's gonna be a train wreck, okay? And you just didn't see it just ending good just because of how it was going, you know, especially it being broadcasted all over Love and Hip Hop. It just went from high to low to real low to real low real quick, and I was definitely disappointed by that because I did not see that coming. I really had high hopes for their relationship.
When it comes to Safaree, I know he's using his good luck tactics to kind of win whoever he needs to win over to get to the next phase of this game.
If Erica goes home, the girl who I'm falling in love with is gone. That's how I'm looking at it.
If I win, you're not in the house anymore. If I lose, I don't get to wake up and see you every day.
Oh, Safaree, stop.
You know what they say about women? They say that when a woman is loved correctly, she becomes twice the woman that she is. Or do they say that about men? How if a man is loved correctly, he becomes twice the man that he is. Hell, let's say it goes for both. When people are in love, if a person has the right partner, they become twice the person that they are. You know, and I think that's what happened with Nicki Minaj. She was vastly successful. This man wasn't bringing chaos in her life to where it was stopping her success. She was able to strive and be like twice the person. And you can tell when somebody has a good partner versus a bad partner because that reflects all over, especially a woman. It reflects in their business. It reflects in, you know, everything attached to them. You can just see that they have the wrong partner. With Nicki Minaj, she was able to become twice the woman that she was and just grow and just be so successful, where with Erica Mena, it broke her and it killed her. And the entire situation was horrible for Erica Mena, you know, and Safaree was embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, Safaree was embarrassing. These men are embarrassing.
First of all, these men are embarrassing. Like, they will disappoint you every time.
The way he went about it, just everything that he did was crazy. You know, Erica Mena went against Nicki Minaj for Safaree.
Erica, do you listen to Nicki's music or do you not listen to it? Honestly, I grew up on Little Kim So Heavy. Right. That when that came out, I was like, she's biting my girl. It just was what it was.
Nicki's
still great. But she is. But I've never been drawn to it. Got it. Okay. I just feel like it was just always just cartoony and stuff.
Some fans pulled up old tweets by Erica from a few years back where, of course, she's talking about how much she loves Nicki Minaj. The Shade Room posted some of these tweets, and Erica hopped in the comments trying to act like someone fabricated them. She wrote, "Made up fake tweets. I appreciate the time being spent on me. Zoo animals know how to keep themselves busy." And yo, I don't know what she's saying with this zoo animal shit, but whatever it is, she's definitely messing up the analogy. Like, is she trying to say that she's a zoo animal locked up and we're all watching her? Or we're the zoo animals, so she's watching us? Man, I don't know, but she's been repeating that phrase all day, and I don't think even she knows what it means. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, the tweets aren't made up, and Erica is trying to act like she loves the attention, when really she's embarrassed over standing for her man's ex. So now she's on this whole thanks for the free promo run, where that's her reply to everything. She tweeted, "Free promo Thursday, thanks suckers." And then after that went on to say, "You know I get a kick out of keeping these zoo animals busy. You can't pay for this much promo and attention." So I guess she's sticking with the story that these tweets about Nicki are made up, when in fact they were still very searchable on her page today until she deleted them to cover up her tracks. And beyond the fact that she was clearly a fan, Erica has worked with her before. She was in the All I Do Is Win remix video with Nicki Minaj. There are even pictures of this girl holding up Nicki's mixed fusion bottle.
Everything that, like, he represented, she tried to stand in. And everything that, you know, did not, like, support him, or people that did not like him, she rode, okay? She rode, was loyal to the bone for that man, only for him to come out and say towards the end how Nicki Minaj was the one that got away.
So is there one woman that you would agree that got away?
That's a good question.
I wouldn't say one that got away, but you know, sometimes when I look back at my life and you know certain situations, and now that I see the amount of things that I've been through, just when it comes to, you know, breaking up, you look back and say, damn, maybe, you know, we could have got through that.
Care to name?
I'll give a hint. We were together for a very long time.
How long?
You count.
10?
Men are embarrassing. Don't cut off ties. Don't burn bridges with females because of a man, because a man will embarrass you, okay? And that's what happened in this situation with Erica Mena and Nicki Minaj, because she was trying to stand by her man, and now, hindsight 2020, now this man is out here embarrassing her, talking about Nicki Minaj was the one that got away. Now, one thing about Safaree and men like Safaree, they come with bitches, okay? Now, Safaree's gonna have 1 or 2, maybe 3 different women in the chamber, okay? I'm telling y'all, that's just the type of man man he is. He the type of man that come with bitches. So if you gonna be his woman and you're gonna be in a relationship with him or a man like him, just realize that they coming with females, okay? You gonna hear about it. Safaree didn't have females with Erica Mena.
Why is she talking about she caught you cheating?
She keeps saying that we're cheating. We weren't together. So
You're married, what do you mean?
He has had females with Nicki Minaj.
Because you got caught on a person that was taking care of you for years and
Years? Because you got caught on a person who was taking care of you while you were paying for prostitutes?
He has had females with both women, and both of these women had issues with it when they was in a relationship with him. However, that's just the type of man that he is. I think that he's gonna grow out of it eventually. You know, he's young still.
Dudes are human. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Like,
so I think that age is gonna catch up with him, and he's gonna be like, don't nobody got energy or time, and maybe his little big peen is gonna stop working to where he can't even entertain that many women. It's just not physically possible. It might happen that way.
Funny thing is, she used to always say to me that if you didn't have that
I think I would have been left with. She would be cracking up laughing when she said it to me.
But one thing about Safaree, he come with bitches. And with these women, they dealt with it. They had their different exchanges with it. And even with Nicki Minaj, they did not break up because of the bitches, okay? Allegedly, he was buying prostitutes with her credit card, but that's not why they broke up. You know, Safaree allegedly said he left, but Nicki Minaj said, yeah, you left, but you came back, boo, and I didn't want you. So don't try to sit over here and say that you left me. But that was the reason why they broke up. They didn't break up because of the bitches. And Erica Mena and Safaree not leaving each other because of the bitches either. I think that Erica Mena is more so upset that it was publicized, okay? That everybody know, that the whole world know that, yeah, this man cheating on you. And I think that her broadcasting was to gain sympathy, to change her image as far as how we see her. Because a lot of the times, people don't F with Erica Mena because of DJ Envy and how they were messing around and he was cheating on his wife and all of that. She was always looked at as a home wrecker, and she was always looked at as, you know, just very hostile and just drama. So I think that her broadcasting Safaree the way she did on Love and Hip Hop was to garner some sort of sympathy and gain people on her side, and it worked, because I know I was on her side. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was.
I want to show you something that I just found out.
So wait, you're pregnant?
Mm-hmm. We're pregnant.
How many weeks are you?
23.
But yeah, I always wondered that. I wondered how this man was able to ruin one woman and uplift another woman, or be the reason for another woman to be able to, you know, reach her full potential. Now, I'm not going to say that Nicki Minaj didn't do nothing, because she's the reason why she's successful. But because of that man, I think that man was her backbone when she needed one. And he was an amazing man in her life when she really needed that type of man, you know? So for him to just be that amazing to Nicki Minaj within their relationship and be a hindrance to Erica Mena is confusing to me. Because when he and Nicki Minaj was together, when they had their run, it was a beautiful relationship to see, okay? It was something that would go in history as one of the most beautifulest thing ever.
I think we were addicted to each other for so long. Like, we did, we embarked on this journey together. If I wasn't a rapper, we would have children, be married, and be living happily.
Wow.
And that's what's sad, and that's what we both sad about, because we know that this is what did it. This is a different thing. This is a lifetime. People are married and have 3 children in this amount of time. It's not just like a relationship or a breakup. Like, that was like a humongous part of my life.
Because no matter where you saw Nicki Minaj, Safaree wasn't too far off, okay? Whether it was a crazy, weird dance, whatever, he was always there to support her when she was making those weird faces, when she was wearing those weird hairstyles, when she was becoming the replica of Lady Gaga. She had Safaree sticking by her and standing by her throughout the whole thing. However, with Erica Mena, we all saw it on TV, y'all. That man broke that woman. That man destroyed that woman, and we all saw it. It was broadcasted for the world to see. Like, the man to not be. I'm telling you, everybody was looking like, oh, don't be Safaree. That's how it was when it was on television.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to myself. The inevitable with me and you is us not lasting. We're not gonna last.
No effort. If you love us the way you love you, yes. If you decided I'm going to be a man for mine, yes. But I know that's not the case. And that's why I filed for divorce. I know you would never put us before you. Never.
The Erica that we were used to seeing, the egotistical Erica, you know? The one that was like, you can't trust nobody, not even a nigga you sleep with, you know?
Thank you. Like, you really woke me up. Like, reality check, like, you can't trust nobody, not even you sleep with. You can't handle my mouth, mother.
But I'm back on my mother.
Her entire swagger, her entire like boisterous attitude, her entire just, you know what I'm saying? She had a conceited nature. She had a no nonsense type of attitude. All of that was diminished, okay? All we saw was this woman crying on television every other episode.
She looks at me with so much anger sometimes, it's like, damn. But I know where my heart is, I know what I want to do. I still want to be there.
We created them out of love. How could I ever block you? Stop hurting me, especially because you know I really loved you. I'm taking care of our kids. Stop. This hurts me, it drains me, I'm losing weight. But that little boy is so much like you, even though he looked like me. I'm always gonna love you, we are kids together. But I really deserve a break.
About what this guy then did to her and how this guy treated her. He just like completely diminished her self-esteem, diminished her ego, you know, her weight. She was losing weight, her weight was going up and down. Like, we just saw all of the effects of how this man and being in a relationship with this man had destroyed her. It was no different from seeing Krishan rock with Blueface. How beautiful, amazing Krishan was before.
I want y'all to know me, please. If you're watching my future husband, I love you.
And how when she got with Blueface, you just see her completely switch up. She fighting everybody. She's like a different person.
What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck this is a busted lip, busted nose, you lying.
That's what happened with Erica Mena. It was like a big change in who we knew and who we saw Erica Mena being. And it shocked the entire world that everybody had to speak about this. But now somebody told me that I have to pay attention because Erica Mena was a narcissist in all of her prior relationships. They say that she was beating up her baby daddy.
Not too long ago when I left my son's father, I was homeless with nothing. I had to leave behind my whole life.
Your shit fell, bro. Here. Stop.
You ain't shit. You fucking dirty bastard. You ain't shit, nigga.
They say that she was accusing Bow Wow of beating her up and being abusive.
Allegations, rather, and maybe suggesting that there were some physical things that happened between the two of you. Is that something that maybe you'll speak out about? I think so, in the right time, if it needs to be. I don't think right now is the right time. Do I go back on that specifically? No, because those allegations weren't just, you know, falsely thrown out there. The way I did it, I regret it, but you know, the truth is the truth, and it never hurt nobody.
They said that, hey, you know, this woman was already narcissistic, and this woman has already had a shifty past of where she was always the person doing wrong in the relationships with the men. They said that, you know, in every relationship, she's the common denominator. So don't only just focus on Safaree, but pay close attention to Erica Mena because she's the problem. That's what they were telling me. So it makes me wonder, is this a situation of two narcissistic people falling in love? Because that's basically what everybody's been saying to me. Like, this is just two narcissistic people. And the thing is, Erica Mena is a clear narcissist, but Safaree got some narcissistic undertones. You kind of got to catch it.
This is really up. I feel scammed. So now you're free. Congratulations, you got what you want. You can live your bachelor life.
It's not about
you can do all of that you want to do now.
Father, and I want us to just be amazing for our children.
Gotta catch it in 4K because it's not out and just showing that he's narcissistic, but you gotta catch the moments and see and read between the lines. They say that Erica Mena is showing up a facade and that's not who she is. All this, you know, empowered talk or her just having this ego and all of that is to hide who she really is. And deep down, she's this insecure person and she's this narcissistic person. They're saying that she's not who she shows herself off to be, that deep down she's actually a person that is very insecure, a person that is very narcissistic, a person that is like a thin line. She's very fragile. She's like an insult away from being broken, and that Safaree was the right man to bring that out in her because it already existed underneath the surface, but he just destroyed the surface so that the whole world was able to see that she's actually really fragile and not this strong, tough woman that she portrays herself to be. And that's what people are saying. I don't know, y'all, but I'm not taking that. I think that there's a deeper reason. I just don't know the reason, okay? I don't understand how he can just be the type of man that he was with Nicki Minaj, rock with her, you know, have the hold her down type of... This man wasn't even being claimed. This man wasn't even being shown love. He was made to look like the ultimate clown in their relationship, you know? He was always doing weird movements. His body was up and down. He wasn't this, you know, buff, muscular person that we know now. He was very, very fat back in the day. Not fat, but he was thick, okay? He was chubby a little bit when he was with Nicki Minaj. He was this type of man. And with Erica Mena, he was, you know, a different type of man. The ego was up there, I'll say that. But how come he can be such a motivating person? Because we didn't know that Safaree was a narcissist or anything about Safaree until he got with Erica Mena. Then we saw a different side of him, or dismissive, and how he was like, oh, I'm not finna feed into that woo woo when he was with Erica Mena. We seen like evil parts of Safaree that we never knew existed. When he was with Nicki Minaj, we always thought that, oh, he was the doormat, Nicki was stomping on him.
I feel like I don't want to lose him.
I don't know if I could keep doing it. He's talking, how he's looking at me in my eyes, like he's sincere. And I definitely don't believe in knocking, you know, no man while he's down, especially when he's your man.
You know, when he was in different relationships, we always thought that he was funny with the straight. We always thought he was funny. We never saw him as being this person until Erica Mena. We felt sorry for Erica Mena, even though a lot of situations we thought that she was the villain and she was the problem, especially with that whole Sin Santana situation.
Erica Mena, she's now in the news because she's being accused of trolling her ex, Sin Santana, on a fake page.
We thought definitely that she was the villain, but towards the end of her Safaree, we really thought that this man destroyed her. So then it makes us think, like, what is it about this situation? Why is it that this man can be a uplifting person, a wonderful person in one relationship, and another person in another relationship? Now, I have my hypothesis, if that makes sense, my opinion of what it is. I think that we have different levels of ourselves in relationships, okay? What you offer one person, you may not offer another person, you know? You can uplift a Nicki Minaj and be there for a Nicki Minaj because of the type of woman that Nicki Minaj is, and bring down another woman be based on the type of woman that she is and how you guys mesh. Because in relationship, you mix with different personalities, and different people bring out different things within you. So maybe Safaree brought out something in Erica Mena brought out something in Safaree. There has always been the abusive undertones, right? He talks about how Erica, you know, was trying to attack him, but he also talked about how Nicki Minaj equally so was trying to attack him and get physical with him.
The last time I was at the house, I had to call the police because me and her got into an argument, and she starts yelling and crying and throwing stuff at me and picking up sharp objects, and I just need to protect myself.
Remember the night you cut me and I almost died? The police and ambulance had to take me out the crib on a stretcher, and I had to lie and tell them I was trying to kill myself so they wouldn't take you to jail.
Now, I did a prior video about how I felt as though Erica Mena and Nicki Minaj was similar or the same type of people. Y'all should definitely check out that video, watch that video. But I really want to just pay close attention to how you in relationships offer different things to different people. Safaree was able to uplift Nicki Minaj, was able to be there, yes, because of the type of woman that she is, but because of the type of man he is as well. They brought out something amazing in each other that we appreciate till this day. Because that relationship have happened, because that relationship was and existed in the light in which it existed in, and it happened the way it happened, you know, wonderful things came from it. And that's just a testament to the two people in their journey and the type of situation and relationship that they had and built together. Now, with Erica Mena, their relationship, I really feel like Safaree needed to take time to water that situation. I feel like they rushed towards the altar because Erica Mena got pregnant, you know, very fast. And Safaree wanted to make her a wife, and Erica wanted to be a wife in order to have her children. But I think that she and Safaree needed to water their relationship, build more time within their relationship, enjoy each other before you start, you know, doing serious things like marriage and kids. Because I feel like you should never rush into marriage. You should never rush into kids. You should never rush into the big parts. Enjoy the relationship. Give the relationship a good amount of time to blossom into a beautiful relationship, strong, you know, to where you guys can overstand or understand or, you know, do everything and go through hard times and hardships before you involve other people, meaning a baby or marriage being a big, you know, connection itself. See if this is the person that you want to be with around all seasons, at all times. Don't rush to the altar. As much as us women want to get married, you want to get married to the right person. I think you should be engaged for a little bit if that's what needs to be. Because remember, Adrienne Bailon was engaged, and then with this man that she's known for years, and they never got married, and, you know, saw this other man that she had been friends with prior, and they ended up getting married. You know, that was her soulmate.
And I am not engaged anymore, and we're in a good place. It's not an odd thing, I promise you. It was a hard decision to make when you're with somebody for such a long time.
Now, had she went with the guy that she was with for years, it probably wouldn't have worked out the way she wanted it to work out. You kind of have to give things time, okay? There is never a specific time. There's not give them 2-3 years. There's no time limit or nothing. You just have to feel for the relationship. And I think Erica Mena rushed in that process, and Safaree rushed. Hell, they rushed in the process because they were just so in love and enamored with each other, and they just I think it was lustful of each other before any and everything, and that was the driven piece of their relationship. But I think if they would have took time within the relationship, they would have saw that this doesn't work for either of them. But now they have beautiful children, and they have that legacy to live for and live on. But I think that the reason why it did not work, Erica Mena was able to be destroyed by Safaree, and Safaree was able to build Nicki Minaj up and be there for her during her early years, give her what she needed, is because Safaree offered different things in those relationships. He offered a piece to Nicki Minaj, what she offered to him. The relationship dynamics was built by them, and Erica Mena and Safaree relationship dynamics was built by them. And for whatever reason, both of those women brought different parts of Safaree. He was able to nurture, be there, almost like a husband at the house, a house husband to Nicki Minaj, and be there and rock with her in that way. To where with Erica Mena, it just did not pan out that way because she didn't bring those pieces out in Safaree. She brought out what she brought out. It was what it was. That's why, in my opinion, that Safaree was able to uplift Nicki Minaj and bring down Erica Mena. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Why is it that, in your opinion, that Safaree was able to uplift Nicki Minaj and bring down Erica Mena? Why is it that this man was able to uplift one woman and break another woman? Let me know what you guys think. I love you guys to pieces, and bye-bye.